Did you know Chinatown is home to some of the most unique and exciting cocktail bars in the city? Well, hang out a little bit and let me show you what spots I discovered in San Francisco for my birthday. My birthday fell on a Saturday this year, making it perfect for a cocktail bar tour. This time around, I wanted to do it in SF. The first stop for Ange and I was a bar called Propagation in the Lower Nava Hill. I've heard a lot of good things about the spot from my friends, and I wanted to check it out for myself. Walking in, I was hit by a plethora of plants. The contrast of the green and the red was stunning, and I was excited to see what they had to offer on the menu. From skimming the menu, I noticed that they like to focus on produce, whether it be herbs, fruits, or spices. After some contemplation, I opted for Maximize Your Pleasure, and Ange was intrigued by the Summon the Revival. While waiting for our drinks, we admired the scenery. There were still Lunar New Year decorations, hence the striking red lanterns hanging from the ceiling. Our drinks arrived and we gave them a taste. Her drink tasted refreshing, balanced, and fruity, while mine tasted tart, tropical, with an underlying earthiness of chocolate. My drink was interesting overall, but in the end, I liked her strawberry and rhubarb combination just a bit more. We decided to move to the front window seat to get a better look at their plant collection and enjoy some cushier seats. After finishing up our drink, we walked down the street to our next stop, Finders Keepers. Finders Keepers is a cocktail bar beneath another cocktail bar / restaurant called Members Only. Walking in, the bar looked modern and sleek, but still seemed cozy. We headed down the stairs near the entrance to Finders Keepers, and we were greeted by a bright neon pink sign, letting us know that we were in the right place. Ange and I sat at the bar, my usual preference, and I noticed a row of cute tiki cat mugs assembled across from us. I ordered a drink called the Professor Plum, which seemed like their spin on a Negroni. It had gin, a bitter orange aperitif similar to Campari, and a Japanese plum wine and mirin mixture. Together, it made a bittersweet cocktail that had a light, fruity base, with subtle hints of savoriness from the mirin to balance it out. After enjoying the spirit-forward drink, we headed over to a nearby izakaya for dinner and to meet up with my friends Justin and Juan for some Japanese food. We were stuffed from all the food we ordered, so we decided to trek to our next spot on foot. Welcome to the Blind Pig Speakeasy Lounge in Chinatown. Walking into the lobby, we saw classic Chinese decor all over, but through the lens of a modern bar. The bar was dark and chic, with ample seating suitable for smaller groups and large parties. They seated us at a booth near the window, and we were able to get a good view of the entire bar. The menu featured cocktails that used Asian ingredients such as different teas, baijiu, pandan, and shochu. Our first round of drinks arrived. I ordered a Cubano, which was a refreshing rum sour. Baijiu, green apple, and 5-spice powder gave it a nice complexity. We sampled a lot of the menu and found most of the drinks pretty tasty. Apparently they only had been open for a few months, but things seemed to be heading the right direction. Cheers! My sister Jo and her partner Steven arrived in time for our second round. This time around, I got an old-fashioned variation called a smoky umami. It certainly had a peaty taste and an unmistakable savoriness. It had been a long night, so I took one last look at the bar and we waited in the lobby so everyone could say their goodbyes. Oh, and Steven wanted to make one last phone call in their fake phone booth. My birthday celebration spilled into the next weekend. This time around, my friend Sylvie would be accompanying me on this cocktail tour. Our first stop was a bar called Rickhouse in the financial district. I arrived just as they opened. Right away, I was greeted by a rustic wood interior as if the whole place was made of barrels. Turns out it actually was. A rickhouse is a place where they store barrels for aging, and it certainly lives up to the name. Though it was dark, the vibe I got was very warm and comforting. I got there a little early, so I ordered myself a drink. Looking at their menu, there seemed to be an emphasis on whiskey, but they still had a diverse selection of cocktails. I got the Trust Bun, which is in the realm of a Black Manhattan or a Sazerac. It was a little bitter, but it was really smooth and clean on the finish. She ordered a Raspberry Beret, which is pretty good. It was a Scotch sour with raspberry, a subtle hint of chocolate, and egg whites to make it silky. For my second drink, I got an apricot cobbler. It had a base of sherry and was fruity and refreshing. We finished our drinks and we headed off to dinner. Our last stop for the night was a cocktail bar called Cold Drinks Bar located in Chinatown. A very unassuming name for a very impressive bar. Cold Drinks Bar is located above the famous China Live restaurant and apparently is a Scotch-focused cocktail bar. Walking in, we were stunned by the beauty of the bar. It had a very high-class look to it, but with a casual vibe. There was a bit of a wait, so I recommend reservations. As always, we sat at the bar to watch the bartenders work their magic. The first drink I ordered was called the Gold and Crimson. It is a drink that is Manhattan adjacent, and it was really good. Dry, spirit-forward, a hint of bitterness, and complex. It actually uses Kavlan as its base. For the next drink, I ordered a Strawberry Fields Forever, and she ordered the Beijing Fizz. My drink was similar to an old-fashioned, but with a subtle strawberry sweetness and chocolate smoothness. And her Beijing Fizz tasted just like a white rabbit candy. It had a base of baijiu with some condensed milk and brown sugar. And best of all, it was served in this adorable little rabbit tiki mug. After this final round, we called it a night. My birthday exploration of cocktail bars in SF came to a close. Another successful birthday in the books. Thank you all for joining me on this little cocktail bar hopping vlog. I'll catch you all on the next episode of Cocktail Notes. Cheers.